The movie starts by showing us a secret underground world called Hollow Earth. Here, there are huge and powerful animals. Suddenly, Kong is chased by large wolf-like creatures. He outsmarts them by stopping near the edge of a hill and making them fall into a trap. Using his cleverness, he makes a rock drop, which creates a hidden crack in the ground. Many of the creatures get caught in this trap and fall into a deep pit. In all the commotion, Kong fights one of the monsters and wins by tearing it apart. His show of strength makes the other creatures scared and they run away, showing that Kong is the most powerful creature in Hollow Earth. After everything calms down, Kong stands alone on a hill, surveying the underground world. He feels a sharp pain that makes him uncomfortable whenever he tries to eat. Meanwhile, on the surface, we meet Dr. Eileen and Andrews, scientists who monitor the big dangers of Titans worldwide. They mention that Kong and Godzilla are in separate places. Kong is underground, while Godzilla is on the surface. Eileen warns that despite some issues, Kong and Godzilla are still powerful and their situation is being closely monitored. Suddenly, a giant spider attacks Rome, prompting Godzilla to wake up and take care of the threat. Once the danger is gone, Godzilla returns to the ocean, ensuring the city's safety. Later, Eileen feels anxious and unsettled at work as she notices strange and concerning signals coming from Hollow Earth. At Gia's school, Eileen's adopted daughter, Gia, starts experiencing strong visions and strange thoughts. She sketches intricate designs on her desk, inspired by her unusual thoughts. Gia confides in Eileen about feeling puzzled and scared because of the weird things she sees when she closes and opens her eyes. Due to her special gift, Gia can communicate with Kong, the last member of the Yui tribe from Skull Island. One evening, Gia is frightened by the scary images she sees, prompting her to seek Eileen's help. She believes Kong is in danger in the elusive Hollow Earth and needs assistance urgently. Eileen reassures Gia and offers her help. In her room, Eileen ponders over Gia's artwork and realizes that the strange messages from Hollow Earth resemble Gia's illustrations. Understanding the urgency, she seeks Bernie Hayes, an expert, to determine if the signals are from Kong or someone else. Bernie discovers something surprising. The signals aren't from a creature like Kong but from humans. These human signals are strange and unlike anything they've encountered before, hinting at a hidden truth waiting to be uncovered beneath the Earth's surface. Eileen receives a frightening message at a time when tensions are already high. Godzilla has awakened from his ocean slumber. Monarch headquarters confirms that Godzilla woke up because Kong was nearby. Kong emerged from Hollow Earth due to a tooth problem. Eileen asks Trapper for help in solving Kong's tooth problem using a unique approach. Trapper dangles from an aircraft, securing a rope around Kong's painful tooth. They return to the plane and use its power to remove Kong's tooth, easing his pain. After replacing Kong's tooth with a metal one, Eileen informs Bernie of a surprising discovery. The messages they've been receiving are from people, posing a potential threat to Hollow Earth. To confront this danger, Eileen assembles a small team including Gia, Trapper, Bernie, and a pilot. Accompanied by Kong, they bravely venture into the depths of Hollow Earth, discovering its enigmatic world. Despite the risks, they reach Hollow Earth safely. Meanwhile, Hampton monitors Godzilla closely from a high-tech control room on Earth. Godzilla leaves Rome and heads north, attacking a nuclear plant in France to absorb radiation and increase his strength. At the same time, Eileen makes a heartbreaking and important discovery in Hollow Earth at the Monarch outpost. What was once a thriving place full of human inventions is now completely destroyed. In the cave where his ancestors once lived, Kong feels a sense of relief. He senses a strange new power emanating from an unknown source, preparing himself for an inevitable fight. Equipping his axe, Kong explores the area and encounters a massive shadow looming over him. As it draws closer, it's revealed to be a small gorilla named Suko. Kong tries to be friendly and offers a handshake, but Suko bites him and flees. Kong follows, only to find himself surrounded by other huge gorillas he's never seen before. A fierce battle ensues, and Kong emerges victorious. As Kong signals for Suko to take him to their tribe, Suko ignores his plea. Nonetheless, the group persists and continues moving forward. Meanwhile, Eileen's team works on deciphering the strange signals. During their search, team member Mikkel warns them of the dangers posed by large and menacing creatures called Titans. As he tries to convince the others, a Titan disguised as a tree suddenly attacks and consumes him, prompting the team to flee. While exploring, Gia discovers a significant ancient symbol. In a moment of quiet, a butterfly lands on a rock. When Gia touches the rock, a small tunnel releases water, leading them to a hidden shelter protected by an unseen barrier. Gia opens the barrier with her hands, revealing a new secret place waiting to be explored. Meanwhile, Kong searches for his group, but Suko leads him astray towards a river. Unaware of a large snake lurking in the river, Kong falls into a trap. Suko, who knows about the snake, flees in fear. Suddenly, a huge sea serpent attacks Kong, and despite his efforts with the axe, the creature pulls him underwater, seemingly overpowering him. As Zuko escapes, he witnesses Kong emerge victorious over the serpent, proving that Kong is more than just an ordinary gorilla. As they journeyed, they feasted on the meat of the monsters Kong had slain. Meanwhile, Monarch tracks Godzilla's path until he encounters Tiamat, a massive sea monster, and engages in a fierce battle with Godzilla. Eileen and her team stumble upon an unfamiliar area deep in Hollow Earth. While exploring, they are unexpectedly attacked by a group of individuals belonging to the E tribe. These people have the ability to communicate with Kong and were the ones sending the strange signals received by Eileen. A girl from the Yui tribe notices Jia and believes she belongs with them. They bring Jia to the leader of the Yui tribe to confirm her heritage, and it's confirmed that Jia is indeed part of their tribe. Eileen seizes the opportunity to inquire about the ominous signals being transmitted to the Earth's surface. To her surprise, the tribal leaders reveal that many gorillas like Kong reside in Hollow Earth, all under the rule of Scar King, a strict leader with ambitions to conquer the world. In the past, Godzilla intervened to maintain peace and drive away Scar King, but now the dangerous enemy threatens the world once again. Meanwhile, Kong follows Zuko and discovers the location of the other large apes, which astonishes him. Scar King forces them to work relentlessly, and Kong witnesses one of Scar King's henchmen mistreating an elderly gorilla, sparking his fury. Scar King, previously defeated by Godzilla, initially mocks Kong for his metal teeth but soon becomes enraged. He callously pushes a gorilla into hot lava, causing Zuko to cry. Witnessing this cruelty, Kong becomes furious and roars loudly in defiance. Scar King swiftly attacks Kong with a whip made from the spine of another titan, armed with a sharp crystal. In a dire situation, Zuko helps Kong escape, allowing him to flee and transform into a new form. Meanwhile, Godzilla awakens from his slumber, surrounded by a pink glow indicating his heightened power. Trapper wastes no time acquiring a robot hand from Monarch to aid Kong, helping his frostbitten hand heal so he can fight again. Kong receives a report from Zuko about Scar King and Shimo's approach, causing concern. However, he quickly devises a plan. Kong decides to lead Godzilla to Hollow Earth, seeing potential for teamwork against Scar King and Shimo, who pose a greater threat. Returning to the surface near the pyramid, Kong lets out a powerful roar, intending to catch Godzilla's attention. The loud noise reaches deep into the sea, provoking Godzilla's anger. In the tribe's sacred place, Jia prepares to perform an ancient ceremony to summon Mothra, a powerful monster. As the sky darkens, Jia climbs to the top of the pyramid with determination, believing Kong wants to challenge Godzilla. Misunderstanding each other's intentions, Godzilla rushes to confront Kong, leading to a fierce battle. However, Kong has no desire to fight. Just as the conflict reaches its peak, Mothra arrives with Jia to intervene. Jia urgently informs them about the serious danger they all face. Meanwhile, the Yui tribe pours red liquid into the water, causing crystals to emerge from the ground. The arrangement of these crystals hints at a significant and mysterious event unfolding. Suddenly, Scar King appears with his massive ice titan, Shimo, adding to the looming threat. The ice titan uses its power to freeze the stones, preventing the doorways from closing. Jia, who has connected with the spirit of Mothra, arrives on the scene. Godzilla and Kong both engage in battle. Kong, now equipped with his new strong metal hand, faces off against Scar King with renewed vigor. Godzilla struggles against the ice titan Shimo, who has frozen him with its icy breath. Mothra joins the fray, fighting against Scar King's gorillas. Suddenly, gravity disappears, causing everyone to float and spin towards a doorway leading to the Earth's surface. Mothra ensnares the apes led by Shimo in her net, while Zuko bravely battles against his enemies. Suddenly, gravity returns to normal, causing everyone to plummet from the sky. They are then pulled through a gate to another world. Scar King is pleased to be out of Hollow Earth, and upon reaching the surface, he commands Shimo to use her ice power to destroy the buildings. However, before Shimo can act, Godzilla and Kong arrive to intervene. After the intense battle, Godzilla celebrates his victory by unleashing his powerful atomic breath into the sky. With the fight concluded, Godzilla returns to his Colosseum to rest peacefully. Meanwhile, Zuko, Shimo, and Kong return to their home where the apes reside. Kong emerges as the new leader, proving himself as the rightful King Kong, taking over from the old and violent Scar King. And that's where the movie comes to an end.
Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so that you will not miss any of our video updates.